everybody, and welcome to RezoCast episode 34. This is Lego, and I've got with me Hove and Triton, and our special guest from Squad Kittens this week, we've got AmourChinita. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Yes, we're so excited to have you here. This week, I think that I just realized how vastly different it is running trials when you actually run with your teammates. You know, Hove's been getting on to me the last few weeks for running and getting special ammo because I have none and that's all I care about. But I realized this week when you run with somebody else who all they care about is special ammo, then you run together to go get it, because me and Mighty Guy were just going for the Voops, and so we were just running to get fusion rifle ammo. It's like a whole nother world. But then afterwards I did start communicating with Wilson and through our run together, and that was pretty fun too. But point being, Hove, is, you know, you could run and get special ammo with me too at some point.
Yeah, but you always leave like after someone dies or something. Like, I got 3 people on me and you just disappear.
I
it's
guess
not
the moment.
Hey, we're all here hanging out, let's all go get special ammo. You're like, oh, somebody's dead, I need special ammo, and then you leave the third person and then they die.
Okay,
yeah,
I guess
story.
I have a little bit of work to do. But Hove, how was your week, man?
Pretty good. Did the usual stuff on the weekend, a little bit of trials and whatnot. Haven't gotten to do much the last 3 or 4 days. I just got back from Canada like 2 hours ago. So,
my gosh.
Yeah, it was fun. There's stories. They're probably not appropriate for the podcast, so we'll talk about that later. But
man, that really just lets you know what these stories are then, if they're not appropriate for the podcast.
Well, they're not Destiny related, Triton.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
God.
Triton, what about you? How's your week been?
Well, my week's been pretty rough. I mean, Hove just mentioned that he just returned from Canada, went to our favorite restaurant right there overviewing the falls. I didn't go.
I've never been to Niagara Falls with you ever.
It's very hard for me to hear that news and to see those pictures, but honestly, it's been pretty good. I actually played a lot of Destiny. Well, okay, I didn't play a lot of Destiny. I played 40 minutes before this podcast, Iron Banner, because I thought Lego was going to be on, and we get to play together to make Hove insanely jealous, but it just didn't work out that way. So instead, I just played Iron Banner by myself. But it was fun for the 40 minutes I played, and yeah, that's pretty much been my Destiny week. And how about you, Chinita?
Okay. Let me let you guys in on a little secret, okay?
Let's hear it.
Once we go to the lighthouse once, I don't play it anymore. So we go once to the lighthouse a weekend, I guess. So for me, that's it. And then my weekend, that's basically it. That made my weekend, because it's not every weekend I go. So
right.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Nice. What about the Iron Banner? Have you hit any of that up?
Oh, yeah. I kind of broke my controller playing Iron Banner. I had a lot of fun. Oh, my God. Yeah. I played a lot. I think I played like a good 4 hours of it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
A lot. Oh my gosh. I don't know.
Triton played like
annoyed
3 games.
sometimes.
That's the most he's played in 3 weeks.
That's not true.
You just played 3 games?
Yeah, I got on at like 9:15, so I only had time until like 9:40 to play. So I played 3 games.
You're too
and
busy.
you know, Hove's trying to give me a hard time. It's actually the most I've played in 4 weeks, Hove.
Oh my gosh. Well, what do y'all think about Mayhem now that we've got Mayhem for Iron Banner?
Before we move off of our weeks, I just want to throw out real quick, since we have a lot of new people in here today.
Yeah.
Everything Triton says about me, he makes up on the spot. I've never been to Niagara Falls with him. We didn't go to college together. He doesn't live in my basement. All of those are going to come up, and none of them are true. I just want to throw that out there.
Hold on a second here. Everyone knows those are factually correct. So we've had plenty of conversations about all those things. I mean, I could tell you where we lived together in college. Also, I don't live in the basement. I just stream and game in the basement while you're upstairs, just because we do it differently. I don't live up there.
As you can see, Chinita, we like joking around quite a bit on this podcast, and there may be some things that are true or not true. I can't tell anymore. I can't keep track of anything.
I was about to say, did you guys really live together?
No.
I still can't tell.
None of that is
I'm not
true.
Sure.
Don't lie to me. I'll believe everything you guys say.
She's Google
I feel like nobody would lie. I'm like, why would they lie about that?
That's all Triton does is lie.
You can't tell me that. I thought you guys like about to start a rumor. You guys live together.
Hove and I have a very special relationship. So it's just,
let's move on.
Oh my gosh. Well, we're not here to get to know Triton and Hove so much better, but we're here to get to know AmourChinita. So, real quick, like, what if someone were to just find you on Twitch? What would they find that your stream is like? How would you describe yourself in the Destiny community?
I feel like I don't know. I'm loud. I joke around a lot. What else? I smile a lot. I feel like it probably leads to a creepy point. Because like you'll be like, oh, like I was walking to the train, and I fell, be like, oh yeah, that's so bad. Why would that happen to you? It's like, you know, I don't know. I feel like I don't know, and I speak a lot of Spanish, so on my streams, I do like to contribute because I feel like there's a lot of I feel like there's a lot of Spanish, Hispanic. A lot of Hispanic people like to separate Spanish and Hispanic people.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's Spain and then Central America, Puerto Ricans, whatever. So I feel like there's a lot of Spanish people that don't, I don't know, they're in the community, but they don't know where to go to find somebody to speak Spanish. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for
so
sure.
I like to attract a lot of the Spanish community also because there's a lot of them. And a lot of them don't like to speak in chats because they're like, what are they saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
no, that's
you
so
can find
cool.
that a lot in my stream. Yeah.
That's so cool that you can have a place where you can bring like different members of the community together, because that's what I mean, a lot of the Destiny community has been about, like all the different people that we've had and interviewed on the podcast. That's the one thing they've had in common is like Destiny is kind of a game, in particular Destiny anyway, that brings a lot of different people together. And so it's really cool to see you doing that in a different way, you know, and in a way that's needed too. So we're glad to have you in the community.
Well, so far I'm seeing in chat, amazing singer, screams a lot, bullies people, rages a lot. Are those all pretty accurate?
Kinda. I mean, if I show you my Uncharted controller right now, ugh. Oh god. I used to, I don't know. I guess I take games too serious sometimes. I used to play a lot of Call of Duty. That's where a lot of biting and ripping and started on the controller. And then so I think I just picked up a bad habit. So now when I came to Destiny, it annoyed me the same way.
Biting?
I don't know.
Did she say biting the controller?
Yeah, because I used to throw the controller. Now it's just biting. So it's like little by little, it narrows down to like almost nothing. That the controller doesn't take the big hit. So I don't know. So that's where they get the raging and me. Yeah, it's really bad. Well, no, not anymore. I'm not dangerous or anything. So
except for Iron Banner a little bit.
Yeah.
So with being in BSK, do you feel like you have a certain, like when people come to you, like they expect to see a certain kind of play style, or and do you fit that play style, or do you feel like you enjoy like all aspects of the game, or where do you feel like you fall in as far as like the type of Destiny you like playing?
You know, BSK was first created just for girls. Like the founders and all the four of them, they initially made it for just girls to get all the e-biddies, right? That was the joke, right? And then it turned out that they just wanted their friends there. And then after that, it became, yo, you're really good. You're my friend also. Let me get you into the team. That's what it is now. It's both. Either you're friends with them or they really like the way your play style is because now they're trying to, you know, get into the competitive style. But a lot of people will be like, oh, you're not good. And I'm like, you just saw me play one game. But don't get me wrong. I'm telling you right now, I can do some damage, okay? Because like people think, I don't know, because they see one game and they're like, yo, you just dropped like 0.93, or how are you in BSK? I'm like, yo, do you even know anything about BSK? Because it is I initially got in it because I was friends with Lumi and Trav. Yeah. So that's how it first started. And I've been there for like 2 years. Like people are like, oh, you just came in there, are you new? And I'm like, are you new? Because no, I'm not new. Like it's just, yeah. So I just don't like people thinking that it's only a competitive team. Like it's not. So yeah.
Well, you deal with that, and at least BSK has a competitive side of it. We get the same things, and there is nothing competitive about Resolute. And I'll get people come in like, every message I get, how did you get into Resolute, man? You suck. I'm like,
I thought you guys were competitive though.
No, yeah, see, we're the same as you guys, and that's what's great is. And that's why I love doing this podcast too, because it's a chance to like for the clans to get out there and be like, look, we're like friends and family too. We're more than just like the competitive side. We are, well, we're not that, but you guys are. And so like for us, like our competitive side is like True Vanguard going and forming Team Casual, which isn't even Resolute. You know, it's just random people we put together. Like that is the extent of our competitiveness. So it's cool to see other clans out there that kind of struggle with the same thing. Like you have this stigma of like, you were the absolute best, and so as soon as you do just a little bit poorly, like in one game, they're like, "Oh, you're trash," or how do you get in BSK or Resolute in our case, you know? So it's good to hear that from somebody else.
We just happen to have like Ovi, TV, MTashed that just happen to be good, and people think that that's like everybody.
Yeah,
but at
they
least
expect that.
yeah, exactly. At least like you guys have. I mean, every finals of everything is always BSK and I am like that's like the top of it. You know what I mean? So that's always kind of cool that you guys are able to do both. You know, you have a competitive side, but it's a clan, just friends and having fun and gaming and everything.
So back to what you love doing in Destiny in particular, do you feel like, you said you only get like your one trials run in, is that not so much your place? Do you feel like you enjoy other activities better, especially at this stage of the game, you know?
I mean, I like challenge, right? I like challenging myself. So in order for me to challenge myself, I feel like I have to do trials. But I know after a while, like the people that I want to play trials with, like the trio, you know, I always have that those two people that I'm like, yo, I know we can do this. They're not always available. Otherwise, I would do trials all the time. That's the only reason why I do it once a week. Because I can only get one of my friends to help me out. So then, you know, the third has to be, I don't know. If I was really good, I would carry everybody, but I can't. So that's the only reason. But that's why I just stick to regular Crucible. I stick to anything where, I like PvP a lot, though.
Nice, cool.
Yeah.
That was kind of what I was wondering, if it was PvP oriented. With that, you know, we've got a lot of Destiny 2 stuff coming up. Like next week, we're gonna be seeing like what Destiny 2 is gonna be like.
Oh yes.
Do you have any like expectations? Like as somebody who loves PvP, as somebody who's involved in the community who plays this game, do you have any expectations as for like what that gameplay is gonna look like, or any desires for what you want it to look like?
To be honest, I try to stay away from most people's theories because I hate surprises, but the one surprise I do like is games. Like I like to not know what's gonna happen in the game or what's gonna change. Like a lot of people get mad about, you know, the multiplayer part of it. Like, oh, this is that. They should have this. Like before private matches, people are like, oh, we need that, and I'm like, I don't really care because if it comes, it comes. It's fine. I'll just take anything as long as the story. For me, the story. That's what I want. I want a good. Cassie asked.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You can say whatever you want.
Is explicit.
I want a good ass story. I want a really good story because I already like the story of Destiny. I love story mode games. That's the one I really want to play and be like, yo, guys, shut up. I'm listening right now. Like that's the one I want to pay attention to.
Yeah, for sure. I saw recently you were streaming some of the more horror-ish games on PS4.
Horror-ish? Which one?
Wasn't
scary?
Is it not scary? It was scary to me. Oh my gosh, no! When I look, because I don't know much about it.
Let me clarify. Horror-ish.
Yeah.
Horror-ish.
Oh, I thought you said horror-ish, and I was like, what the fuck?
Wait, I said
horror-ish.
Did I say no? Did I say
Lego. I'm blaming Lego.
I wouldn't be surprised if I said that.
Ish.
Do we have to edit that out?
Games.
No. Okay. No, the horror-ish, yeah. No, it was just a little like cute little game. I like those $20 PSN games. If it's good, cool. I buy those.
Okay, so for me, like horror games is like what gets me going whenever it's like has a really good story, because I feel like I'm always surprised because you never know who's gonna like die or what's gonna happen, and I want some of that depth to Destiny, you know, like I want there to be a story that I can get lost in, kind of, you know,
yeah.
And it has. Destiny 1 has like the potential for that, so I'm super excited for the same thing. That's all I was gonna say.
No,
yeah, I was gonna say it has that deep story. It's just you can't get it in the game. You have to go read Grimoire, which is, I mean, that's pointless. I'm not defending it. I'm just saying like it has such a good story, but they don't tell it to you. You have to like go find it, and then you can't play because you're busy reading, and then you don't play the game, and it's a mess.
Oh no,
that's cool though.
Brandon's having a struggle right now. I get it. I get you.
Chinita, staying with your streaming, because you know obviously you're streaming multiple different things, you're always having fun. I think one of the things that, you know, being in your stream I've always really enjoyed is just how comfortable you are in your own skin. Like you talk about, you know, being a place for, you know, Hispanics to come and just speak Spanish and having that outreach. You know, how has Twitch really changed the game in that way and been a platform not just for gaming, but been a platform to just kind of gather people in various communities? What has that meant to you, and where do you think, you know, it's going to go from here, given that it's kind of a pretty new thing overall in gaming?
Like, what do you mean? So, are you saying like for what I feel like I can contribute, like how
not necessarily what you can
to
contribute,
Twitch.
but kind of how Twitch has changed gaming for you. You know, everybody kind of plays, you know,
Oh,
even
like
if
to
you played
stream it?
online gaming, like how that's really opened the door for you to create a community where you can, you know, bring in people that have, you know, common ethnicity or common interests and things like that. And where do you see that going maybe in the next 5 or 10 years?
Okay, so if I get your question wrong, just let me know, okay? Because
No,
I'm half
you're-
asleep.
Triton
here.
asks
I'm
really
starving.
deep
I haven't
questions.
eaten
So
since
deep.
12, okay? So just tell me, be like, yo, Chinita, you're getting off track, okay?
No, you're good.
No,
I'm
it's
sure you'll be
good.
fine.
So I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Like, to be honest, I would love if Twitch could have some subtitles to, like, you know, because I told you that I want to, you know,
that's
I want to
good.
get Hispanics or anybody who speaks any kind of Spanish that I can understand more into it, because I feel like it's kind of a left out thing where it's only English, you know, and I get it. But then, like, in order for me to go to a stream to find other Spanish people, I have to go to a Spanish stream where it's only Spanish only. I want English and Spanish. And then, you know, I can't really understand what they're saying if it's like, I don't know. It's like, is that what you're asking me?
No,
Because
that's
I wanted to
perfectly
change
fine.
that way. I want some subtitles for
That-
Twitch. But I feel like it's been really good for me because I got to meet people, you know, I got to meet people and, I don't know, see the potential of what I can do on Twitch, like how I can impact people and how I can bring people together. Like, I've met some really awesome people through Twitch. So does that kind of answer your question?
Oh no, absolutely. I mean, it's
Oh,
your
okay.
answer, so. No,
You gotta let me know
you're
because I'm
totally
just
fine.
staring at you. Hello.
Yeah, you should
Yeah.
know Triton asks the most complex, deep questions,
Yeah.
and every time he asks a question, we all have to be like, wait. And if he asks a question that's directed at me, like, I just think that he's directing it towards the guest, and I kind of like zone out for a second, and then I'm like, wait, I need to pay attention to this. Oh my gosh.
Now
Yeah,
you guys
I had
see
to
why I
think-
just ignore him.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
No, but I didn't. I got that right. That was good.
Yeah.
No,
You're
you
good.
totally
You're
got. There's
good.
not a wrong or right answer. I think the main
Okay.
thing for me is, you know, being in your streams. It's just awesome to see somebody who's going to be true to themselves and want to attract people who, you know, share the same kind of common interest, as opposed to, you know, here's my stream and here's what I'm about, and, you know, people come to that. You're kind of reaching out and saying, like, look, this is, I want to have a community. I want to be inclusive. So it's kind of a outside in approach as opposed to an inside out. And, you know, I think that was really interesting, you know, being in your stream. So I definitely wanted to talk about it, you know, when we had a chance to. So no, all your answer was totally fine. I mean, it's unique to you and authentic to you. So don't. I
Yeah.
mean, Hove gives terrible answers. I'll ask him if he wants to, you know, what movie he wants to watch tonight, and it's like a 20-minute conversation. Like, it's bad. So
And
no,
usually
yours
I
is
talk
perfect.
a lot, but that's a lot.
He's just
For one
making
person.
this up.
Anyways, I shouldn't judge.
What do you mean I'm
but-
just making this up? It's true. Redbox comes out, new Redbox every Tuesday. I ask you this like every Wednesday. It's,
Are you
I
done?
like how he just remains silent. He doesn't know what to say anymore.
I don't have anything to say. Anyway, as someone, you know, that does try to stream a lot and has built a community, have you found any more trolls being a female streamer? Are there things that you think you've dealt with as opposed to a male streamer, and how do you go about those?
Well, you know, like, to be honest, I feel like male streamers get just as much crap as girl streamers. It's just in a different way. Male streamers be like, oh, you suck. Oh, you're so bad. Oh, you're terrible. Like, why can't a guy be terrible? Why does he have to be good? Or if it's a girl, oh, why are you showing, like, you see what I'm wearing now? I got called a, can I say whore? Okay, I got to call
You
a
can
slut.
say-
Right? You
yes.
can exit out.
You
Okay. I got called a slut wearing a turtleneck one time. You're the biggest slut ever. I'm like, really? Damn, this is a slut? Okay. Like, you know, so I feel like, I don't know, like, I've gotten so much stuff. I had a guy keep DDoSing me one time, and he made like a whole bunch of AmourChinita ... like in my stream, and he acted like me. And he was like,
Oh
oh
my
guys,
God.
hit the follow button if you want me to whatever, you know, some inappropriate stuff. Like,
Jeez.
but now it's actually slowed down. What I like to do now, though, if a guy comes in there insulting me, I'll be like, listen, why are you insulting me? And then he'll tell me why. He'll be like, oh, because you're a girl, you're a slut. And I'm like, well, why am I a slut? I'm like, I have to get into depth conversation with them. Then at the end, they'll be like, 99% of the time, the guy's like, you know, you're not that bad. You're kind of cool. He's like, I'm going to follow you. Like, I try not to give them a lot of crap at first. I try to, like, talk it out a little bit, I guess. And I never used to be like that. I used to be like, all right, I'm banning you. But then I
Yep.
realized, like, you don't know what's going on in people's lives. So what if he just came upset because his girlfriend broke up with him? And then I just reminded of him, you know, it reminded him of the girl or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So most of the time it does work when I try to turn him around. Like, I already tell my mods, I'd be like, don't do anything yet. Just let me handle this. I got this.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I love that it's it's easy to forget whether you're on Twitch or if you're on Twitter, like interacting with other people, that there's like real legit people on the other side of those usernames that like have stuff going on. Like you said, like maybe he just broke up with his girlfriend or whatever. And so it's cool to see others from the community just, being more aware and being like, maybe I can help this person out. Like even though they're being negative, like maybe me saying one nice thing to them or not just, immediately disregarding them, but like giving them a chance to change, that's cool. I love seeing stuff like that from the community.
And I think not even like that maybe something just happened, but a lot of times it may be somebody who's, whether they're just socially awkward or a young kid, true. And I think a lot of people don't realize when they say things what it really means, or that they're talking to like a real person. It's not just like this person's here to entertain me, which I mean, you are as a streamer, but like you're a person. And I feel like people just say things and they're like, oh, I can say whatever I want. And then like you said, you talk to them, you're like, well, what does that mean? Why did you say that? What is, and then by the end, they're kind of like, oh yeah, I was kind of being an asshole, and maybe you help someone, not just, that they had a bad day, but maybe you help them see things in a different way and, a more long-term change in views. So,
and I also feel like, when you text something or like you typing something may look different than what it sounds like. Like if I tell you, okay, but if I go, okay, if in person I'm telling you, okay, and then I text, I just sound like, okay, I'll be like, yo, why don't you care? Like, hello. But, you don't hear it. So they could be, like, some guy came into my stream the other day and he was asking me, oh, well, you have over 10,000 viewers. Why do you only have 60 views right now? And I was like, yo, I just started my stream. Like, but, he was, then towards the end, like, I found it kind of insulting. Yeah. Only because I was like, what? And then, but it's just the way he said it on the text. But I feel like, right after he was like, no, I'm just asking, I just started my Twitch, so I was just curious. And I'm like, oh, let me break it down to you. So then we all broke it down to him, like how it works. It's like Instagram, you could have 10 million followers but only 1,000 will like it. They're not all active, like, you know what I mean? So yeah,
that's awesome.
I'll tell you, probably like every other week I'll message Lego and I'll talk about, I said, if this gets really dry, I would love to do the Destiny community as like a social science in terms of how they consume information and things like that nature, because I think it's so fascinating between churn of information, speed of information, all of those types of things that exist just in this community, and they don't really exist in how things work in real life, just because I think the demographics skew much lower than the general population and the way that they choose to interact with each other. And text-based interaction is super interesting to me. So I think it's very interesting to have your perspective on that, because I 100% agree with that. I think so many things that people put out at 140 characters and they take them literal all come through their filter of their own fields of experience, like with their own way of interacting in cultural things. Like people always kind of poke fun. I mean, it is, but me and Hove have a relationship based strictly on the fact that we live close together. So, okay, not that kind of relationship, but Hove and I have a friendship totally based on
He's definitely upstairs.
Growing up in the same area and being relatively the same age and speaking kind of similar dialect and things like that. So when you do send a text message or something out of text, it looks one way from that person given their situation to somebody that they would never otherwise interact with, right? So when you interact with someone in, where you're from, or Lego from Texas, or me and Hove, it's always through the filter of somebody who's probably from that area. And I think so much stuff gets misconstrued because when you're reaching out through social media or something like that, you're touching all types of demographics and all types of regions you never would. So before Lego reins me in, because
I'm not. No, this is good.
No, I'm just like beating down the door to have this conversation a lot, because I think it's fascinating. I'm not going to go into a Chipotle or Domino's, because I know you guys hate when I've done when we've done one of those before for their business or marketing plans. But I think that's awesome to have that perspective overall, because I think a lot of people don't think about that. They don't take the time to think that, oh, what somebody just said for me over text could be different. And again, that's why I choose the only person that I interact with like Hove is him only, just because I know that it comes from the same place and he gets it. I try to send those same messages to Lego, and he doesn't text me back, so
To be fair, part of that is actually true. Triton and I do live in the same city, so we do see each other in person from time to time, but he does not live in my basement.
We already established that. I live actually in your room. I just do
love
the
that
broadcast
Chinita's
from the
just
basement.
accepted it at this point. She's like, I know they live
I know you guys
together.
live
It's
together,
fine.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Let me show you.
But anyway, what you were saying, Triton, I think it also kind of goes back to when we were talking before about, a troll and maybe why they're doing it. And I think, text-based stuff, it just feels so much, someone can come in and they can just type something to you. And especially people who've grown up, God, this is going to make me sound so old, who've grown up having internet gaming and the internet in general their whole lives, like it doesn't feel real. Like you can, I can type this and it doesn't have the same impact as saying it in person. They wouldn't, if they saw you in person, they would never just walk up and say those things, but they can type them and it doesn't matter, in their head. So I think, like you were saying, text-based versus actually talking to someone.
Yeah, it's like what Chinita said, like when somebody comes into her stream and they say something mean, and then they're like, oh, I didn't realize you would actually respond to this, and then she starts interacting with them and they're like, oh, this is a real conversation, like this has consequences and stuff. So I think that's cool too. Well, do we want to jump into some community questions from the stream, from the chat, from any we have on Twitter or anything?
Sure.
Yeah, everybody ask a question.
Yeah.
Do it now. She commands it.
Chat, you can start getting questions ready while I'm doing the few from Twitter here. All right, let's see what we got. First one, and since you actually already mentioned your turtleneck, Booker at Leadoff Man would like to know where you get your great black sweaters.
Oh, he's so funny. I actually don't own a black sweater.
Oh, Booker, rip.
She's like, what are you talking
I only
about?
have 2 black sweaters. Well, only 2 sweaters, actually. One is a Discord sweater, and then one is a Bomb Squad Kitten sweater.
Nice.
That's it. But he makes a joke because I love wearing black. I love black. Anyway,
It's funny. I don't feel like I ever wear black, but I'm wearing it right now.
I was
As you're
saying,
wearing black.
Arf, what?
I
Sorry.
don't know. Just happenstance.
Okay, Mr. Aries wants to know, is Steph Lamb Squad for life?
Oh, yeah, of course. It's because I'm Miss Watts' mod. That's why he says, of course I am.
Nice.
Definitely.
All right, we got Allison Metal. As is Destiny podcast tradition. I don't think we've ever asked this, so I don't know if it's our tradition. What is your favorite drink and snake? Am I missing?
It's from DCP. They do that.
I missed that then.
Wait, favorite drink as in like alcoholic?
Yes.
Sure.
Or any drink. It doesn't matter.
Okay, let's go for alcoholic. No, I'm just kidding. I used to like drinking a lot of beer. Well, not a lot, but I love beer. Like, I love tasting different kinds of wheat beer. I like wheat beer, not like Guinness dark beer. No.
Gotcha.
Good call.
Yeah, and now it's water and white wine.
White wine.
Oof.
Nice.
Yeah, because it doesn't have a lot of calories. I'm kind of on a diet, so yeah, that's why.
That's awesome. I'm curious, what if y'all could pick a favorite drink, Triton, Hove, what would you pick?
Yeah.
We've
Something
talked
good.
alcohol before, like specifically like wine or beer or something like that, but just favorite drink, period. What would it be?
I probably drink iced tea more than anything else. I like iced tea.
Sounds so weird from being in the South. It's like you got to go sweet tea. If it's just iced tea, there's something wrong with you.
There's something wrong with you.
Yeah, I know. Triton, what about you?
Well, let me first say that, Hove and I apparently don't live together, but I accused him of drinking all of the iced tea, and that turns out to be his favorite drink, so just coincidence. Anyways, I'm really on these kick. I'm drinking these like V8 energy fusion drinks all the time because I don't want to drink coffee, and I don't want to drink like Red Bulls that like explode my heart. So it actually has like a ton of B vitamins. So I bought these baked apple cinnamon flavored V8 energy drinks. You can only like get them on Amazon, and this couple ladies left 5-star reviews, so that's the flavor I've chosen. So
I'm sorry,
that's awesome. I'm actually on a kick of something that I can't get in stores right now either. So me and my wife started buying you can buy like Starbucks, like 16 ounce, like big jugs of just Starbucks stuff. And like it's just like normal coffee with caramel flavor in it, but then all of a sudden it's out of stock everywhere, and they don't have anything but unsweetened kind, and I can't stand the unsweetened. And I'm like, what do I do? And so I like tweeted at Starbucks and at the stores around here that had it, and was like, what do we do? We're dying. Like, where can we get it? And they responded, actually, HEB did in Texas. They responded and said, here's the link to ask a question as to why something's not in stock, and we'll get it in stock for you. So I was like, oh, this is awesome. Finally get my Starbucks coffee fix.
I'm going to have to try that because I don't know if you've ever seen, I don't know if you guys have them in Texas, but Triton, you've seen like the Bolt House Farms, like smoothies and protein drinks and stuff they have in grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen them? They're so good. Well, they had one, it was banana honey almond butter. I know that sounds absolutely ridiculous.
That's crazy.
But it was the most delicious thing I've ever had. And then it was just gone. It was listed as new, and then it was gone. And I was like, that doesn't...
Does that come in like a fancy bottle? Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong thing.
It's not super fancy. I mean, it comes in a couple different sizes.
How much is it? I'll tell you if it's fancy.
I don't even remember. It's like $3 or $4 for like a little
I feel
one,
like anything that's like $4 or $5, $3-4 is fancy. No?
Yeah, I feel like so too.
Because I'm trying to think. I think I know what
fancy.
you're talking about. Because I think they have it in New York, and I get one that has like vanilla chai or something.
Yeah. They have one like that.
See? That's fancy.
Yeah.
All right, they're fancy.
Well, now they're fancy, man.
Now they're gone.
Fancy.
All right.
Yeah, point is, stores, stop doing this to us. Stop putting stuff in stock. This is the second time I've gotten hooked on some sort of iced coffee I can buy, and they've discontinued it. So stop it. Stop it.
Yeah, that's when they do
they're
that.
probably all listening to this, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We'll tag them after.
All right, we got one from chat. Poppy Tez asks, "Who's your favorite mod?"
Ooh.
There's a clarifier.
A lot of mods in the chat right now.
There's a clarifier at the end of that, but I'm going to wait to see your answer first if she hasn't seen the clarifier.
I thought I saw it, and then it went up and it skipped. You need that who's your favorite mod, excluding Jiro. No, I have to. I can't be like that. I'll pick Richie because Richie's the first one. He was my first. No, he was one of my first mods, and he's been there since day one. 2 years, going strong. I'll pick him.
See, I would have just.
I probably should have picked right. Oh, I mean, no, I don't know. I'm so confused. Oh my
I
god, I'm so hungry. Oh no.
Wait, Hove, who's your favorite mod?
Oh, it's definitely not you.
Oh my god.
It's definitely not me because I don't even know how to do stuff. I'm like, command something, and it doesn't even work.
I could not pick a favorite mod. They're just all so good.
I was just trying to. Oh no, I gave in.
All right, we got Marcus, Mr. Tomfoolery asked a pretty good one. So in Destiny 2, hypothetically, you get to a point where you have to sacrifice one of the Vanguard members to get all your powers and subclasses back. Who do you off?
One of the Vanguard? You just have to kill one of the Vanguard.
Yep, pretty much.
What do you think, Chinita?
Can you ask the question again? I kind of dozed. I was reading chat and I was like, yo, I'm trying to think.
Dude, that's why I don't have chat up. It's way too distracting for me.
It is. Go ahead.
It is. I basically read chat when Triton's talking because then, So hypothetically in Destiny 2, you have to kill one of the Vanguard members to get all your powers and subclasses back. Who do you kill?
Oh my gosh.
It is tough.
No, it's just an easy answer to this one. I think chat agrees with me.
Wait, what? Okay, what's yours, Hove?
Ikora. She's so lame. I don't care.
Why? I just like it because she's a girl. That's it. You can kill whoever you want as long as it's not a girl.
She looks
Cade's
pretty
funny
awesome
and entertaining.
in the trailer.
Zavala's just so badass, and Ikora's just kind of a dick to everybody.
Can you kill the Cryptarch? Does he count?
No.
No, I figured it was the 3, so yeah.
Yeah. If it's just the 3,
Everest mode.
I feel like I would have to pick Akira too, but just because I'm a Titan main and Zavala's my homeboy, and because Cade's so funny, so I don't know.
Yeah, he's too funny.
Heartbreak 1 TV had a good point. He says like Ikora because she could just self-res because she's a warlock, so there really wouldn't be implications. He could off her and.
But wait, she's a Stormcaller.
But like, shouldn't she have all the abilities though? Like,
no.
Oh yes, that would
we're
be
the only
awesome.
guardians that have all the abilities, really?
Yeah, it's just
how cool would that be if in D2 they actually like had some cutscenes with them the way they had Saladin's cutscene in Iron whatever the last expansion was called. I can't even remember. I'm forgetting everything right now. But you know how they had gosh, I'm just having a complete mind blank right now. But they've been adding characters into the cinematics recently, and that would be awesome if they showed the Vanguard like coming on missions with you and like they had all the powers that, you know, of any subclass. I think that would be awesome. I know Hove's against it, but
I stopped listening. I'm not being.
Oh my gosh.
What? I'm against it.
Like, I mean, come
I
on.
agree. No, Wilson said exactly what I was going to say. I think the biggest thing is for me choosing Ikora is she's the least developed. She hasn't had that much dialogue and hasn't
it's
really
true.
done much.
She doesn't have as much. She needs more. We need more Ikora.
Wait, did we ever get an answer? Chinita? Yeah.
I don't think so.
God.
Oh, you didn't cop out on the mod question, but you copped out of this one?
I know, right?
She tried to slide by with Eris Morn, but I think
No, because now I realize, you know, my decisions or my answers are impacting right now. I don't know. That's a good question. I'm gonna go with whatever. Let's see. Kill the warlock. For me, Chinita. Yeah. I'll kill the
there we
warlock.
go. We're all on the same page.
I was about to say. Okay, go ahead. I hate warlocks and I hate hunters, so I was gonna say just kill both.
Oh, I like her style.
Wow. Just
Wow.
killing
Okay.
everybody. One question. This one was asked to me by someone I was talking to. And this is probably would have fit more in the last section, but I didn't really get to it. As far as streaming, is it something, you know, you have a good following, you have good viewership. Obviously, there's a lot of people that came here since you're on. Is streaming something, you know? Do you want to keep it as a hobby and kind of do what you're doing, or is it something that if the opportunity arose, you'd like to make more of a full-time thing?
Yeah, I would like to make it a more full-time thing. I've always taken it very serious. Like, when my friends want to hang out, I'd be like, no, I gotta work. Like, even though it's just, you know, they consider it a hobby, but I consider it like, you know, I like doing it.
Yeah.
I really do. Like, if I miss a day, I feel like I just, like, failed my whole day. If I didn't yeah, so.
That's what Triton feels like every day, like he just failed.
Oh.
Man, Hope, I was definitely going to say something about you about failing. I got to give it to you. You got me first, but
I win.
I win, period.
That's all I got from Twitter. We'll see anybody else in chat, or either you guys got anything?
I think I'm good. I think we've learned a lot about you, Chinita. Is there anything else, like as far as growing? You said, you know, you want it to become more the stream. Where do you see it projecting in the future, as far as like whether it's streaming Destiny or other games? What do you think you'll be streaming more in the next few weeks? You know, what do you see yourself doing for people who want to drop by your stream? Maybe people who are listening to this podcast who haven't checked you out before. What can they find you doing on stream?
Well, if someone can convince me that a game is good and I'll enjoy it, then I'll definitely try a game out. So, I mean, for now, it's been Destiny only because, you know, there's a lot of stuff I haven't gotten, like weapons and stuff, so, and armor that I've been trying to get. So that's the reason why, and because most of my friends do still play Destiny, and I actually do enjoy it. But in the next few weeks, like, there's that Call of Duty zombie pack that's coming out. I kind of want to try that because I did love playing. I do love playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And like I said, those $20 games, like to take a break for me from any of those competitive games, for me just to walk and trip over something and die, like, you know, in the game, it's like, you know, it's like, oh, it's gonna be all right. Like, nobody killed me. I kind of killed myself in the game, like, you know. So I like those little $20 games. So it'll be like random that, and I do creative streams too. So
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of creative streams do you
I
do?
do canvases.
Nice.
Did you
Awesome.
guys never saw my Warlock, Hunter, and Titan?
No, we haven't seen it. So everyone
Okay.
here, if you haven't checked out Chinita yet, you got to check out her creative stuff, because I love hanging out in creative streams. It's like one of the most relaxing things for me to, like, especially after, like, you know, either stressful like trials run, or if you just had a long day working or something like that, like to just hang out in a creative stream. Like, it is so relaxing, I think. I don't know if you guys have done
I agree with you. I like watching people do it, you know, because then I feel like that's when chat starts talking, and then it just slows down. It's nice.
And it's like really interesting to see the different ways that people are so good at something, even if like they don't think that they're very good at something. Like for somebody who like me, who like doesn't paint, doesn't draw, doesn't, I couldn't sketch anything, like just somebody sketching something, like they were just like making a rough draft, I'm sure y'all have lingo for it, but I was just like watching them do that. I was like, oh my gosh, you're so talented. And they were like, this is just a sketch. Like I'm not doing anything right now. And I was like, I don't care. It looks amazing.
Yeah, Lego, that really reminds me of the casual eating stream that Hove did where he ate 12 tacos.
Oh
on
my
stream,
gosh.
I didn't
had
think that
to. People donated and bet me. I had
it was such a talent that he didn't know he had.
It was the worst
amazing.
day of my life. I haven't eaten a taco since. And that makes me sad.
We
Worst
could
day
have
of
called
your
that
life.
a
I live
creative
with you. How do
stream.
you think I felt? That was terrible.
I do have two more quick questions from chat. And also to chat, I know somebody said, yeah, someone asked you a question about 3 times. Keep in mind there's like a 15 to 20 second delay. And, if we're in the middle of a question, I can't just like cut everyone off. So, just keep trying. I'm trying to get to everybody's. Very first video game you ever played. That was for you, Chinita. From... Hold on, I better tell them that. Better get this out there.
I think it was Mario Party. I think that was everybody's,
Nice.
right?
That was LVG,
Mario.
by the way.
Oh, LVG. Yeah, I think it was everybody's. I think Mario Party was everybody's, no? Whatever. It was either that, it was either Mario Party, Crash Bandicoot. Those are the first few games. I can't decide which one was first, but...
Crash Bandicoot was a lot of people's, I
Did
feel
you see they
like.
were
A lot of
bringing it
people
back?
think, yes, I know. Some of my best friends are so excited about it, and I never had a PlayStation growing up. I always had... I know. I had Nintendo and Xbox, and then I switched over to PS4 whenever it came out. So I don't know like any of the OG PlayStation games.
No, it was my first game. Sorry, I just remembered. The Sega, Golden Axe?
Yes!
No!
I just saw that
No,
chat. I was so
again.
excited.
I still have the Sega, that's why.
That's so good.
Oh,
Golden
that
Axe
game
was
was
so
really
good.
good.
With the little like squirrel guys that ran around, you had to beat them to get like food out of them.
It's actually a really good game. Like, it's really
Oh, I love
addicting
it.
too. Like I don't know if there was a meetup in New York, right? And I'm friends with Cheriana, right? So Cheriana, me, and him, we didn't realize that we both love that game. We probably stayed. So the barcade in New York, it had that game, and 1-2 button, the little knob. That's all we had, and we were just we stayed there I think for 45 minutes to an hour trying to beat the whole game right there.
Oh my god.
That's when I was like,
That
yo,
was
this
such
game
good-
is so good. It's
I like the
sorry, I
little-
feel like playing it now.
I like the little gnome guy with the axe. He was my favorite.
Oh, I like him too. That was good.
All right, Jimmy Pike. He said you've pretty much confirmed your favorite class, but what's your favorite subclass?
My favorite subclass? Oh, Striker.
Yeah.
Only
it's a
because
good
so
one.
fast and dangerous.
It's really
you know what
strong
I mean?
right now, too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Striker.
Did you say there was one more, Hove?
Yeah. Somebody asked why no evening streams ever, but I don't remember. I can't find it now.
I know too much of Chinita. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm really nasty with my grenades. Like I'm about to make a whole montage. You guys don't understand how good
Do
I
it.
am at like angling
You're
those
really
grenades.
fast.
You have no.
You're really fast with them too. You're just like, because I was watching some of like your old feeds, and just the way that you like will just, it seems nonchalant, but they always go like where you want them to at the same time. Like you just like run up and just like, oh, there it goes, and like I have to take the time to like aim it just right.
You see, now you gotta just go for it. No, seriously,
my
that's the way to
problem.
do it. You gotta go for it, whether you miss or not. Yeah.
I'm taking that advice because your stickies were hitting whenever you were running stickies. I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh, with the Sunbreaker?
I was with the Sunbreaker.
That is so
yeah.
rare that I use that too. It's just that everybody's been using stickies lately, so it makes me mad. So I'm like, I want to play too. I want to be me.
I did it. I just did it this last weekend for the first
Didn't it
time.
feel
Just like
good?
really went all out. It felt so good.
It felt good.
It was
Exactly.
awesome. Get that hate mail. It was great.
Exactly. I'm telling you, you gotta play with everybody. You gotta do what everybody's doing.
Yeah.
See if they like
use
it.
whatever.
No, I'm kidding.
Well, I guess that's about all I got.
Awesome. Well, Chinita, thank you so much for coming out. We really appreciate you taking the time. I know you could be streaming right now or anything else, so we really
Just eating.
appreciate you coming on. Well, this has been Lego, aka Legole Flash. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube at Lego LE Flash. Hove, where can they find you?
All the same places. Hove76, HOV76. I don't ever YouTube though, so I mean, I wouldn't go there if I were you. Triton.
Yep, all the same places under Triton Please, the Please being PLZ, or if you message Hove, since I live with them, I'm there too, so you get
my
just
God.
two ways to find us. And how about you, Chinita?
Twitch. You guys did the whole Twitch slash. Why don't I even know that? Twitch slash
Twitter. You can plug anything you want.
Yeah.
Amour_Chinita, you said?
Yeah, Amour_Chinita.
That's where you can find it. Please go check her out, guys.
Can you guys say Chinita, not Chinita?
It's Chinita.
Thank you. Go ahead. Who's next?
Yeah, no, my bad. No, yeah,
I'm
you
terrible.
guys got to say it now.
I'll
No,
just
that was
remember
good.
that's how it is.
No, that's good. Do it. Chinita.
No, you got to. Come on.
Chinita. I wanted to go with Steph just to be safe the whole time, but didn't want to.
You know, it's better than just saying. People used to call me Armor, so.
I know.
Oh,
I think I was in a stream where we talked about all the mispronunciations of just the Amour part. So
Chinita. Go ahead.
Chinita.
There you go.
That was pretty close, yeah.
No, that was good. That was good. It's better than you saying like chinchilla. I used to have. I don't know.
Oh,
You know
gosh.
Shifty.
Yeah.
She used to call me Chinchita, and she's the only person I ever let do that.
Chinchilla.
She gets a pass.
She gets a pass only because it sounds cute.
Well, thank you so much, everybody in stream, everybody who listens on the podcast. If you enjoy the podcast, enjoy meeting new people from the Destiny community, please just leave us a review on iTunes. We'd really appreciate that if you're listening there, or comment on YouTube. And until next time, guys, GG's.
It's Chinita.
There you
Come
look at you.
on.
Now you're gonna say that all the time, right? Chinita.